Babatu Willingham's journey into the Maryville College Wall of Fame is quite unique. As a student at North Fulton High School in Atlanta, Georgia, Babatu had a favorite English teacher named Mr. Stanley. No, this was not 2009 MC Wall of Fame inductee Brett Stanley, but it was his father. Mr. Stanley recommended two to Coach Lambert, and the recruiting process started immediately. During his official visit, he met Wall of Famers Tim Lawrence and Scott Fletcher. He quickly noticed a bond that existed between the players that he had never witnessed before. All of the players hung out together, ate together, and really liked each other. This was an environment that he really felt he could be a part of. However, when asked to commit by Coach Lambert, Babatu got cold feet. Two decided at the last minute to commit to another school closer to home. His phone conversation with Coach Lambert was one of the most difficult he had ever had to make. But Coach Lambert's sincerity spoke volumes, and Babatu recommended his brother Amaru, who attended Xavier University and was looking to play ball. Rue was on the next Greyhound bus to Knoxville to begin his career in the Orange and Garnet. In the spring of 1989, Ramir Rodriguez, Maryville College class of 1993, and Amaru visited Babatu in Atlanta. The bond that he was searching for was evident within the MC Cagers, and he noticed how much fun they were having at Maryville. With his parents Marvin and Sandra Willingham's blessing, at the age of 18, Babatu was ready to move to the Highlands and begin his legacy on the basketball court. Babatu enrolled at Maryville College in the fall of 1989, selecting history with teacher licensure as his plan of study. The academic rigor was challenging and nothing like he had experienced before, but the process prepared him well for his future endeavors. This 6'8" center found himself surrounded by exceptional talent on the MC hardwood. Wall of Famers Brett Stanley and Tim Lawrence welcomed his post presence during the 1989-1990 season. It was one of my life highlights to be able to play on a collegiate team with my older brother, stated Babatu. In Coach Lambert's 10th season at the helm, the Scots posted a 17-7 record behind the scoring of Brett Farner, Brett Stanley, and Jesse Robinette. Robinette and Tim Lawrence were the playmakers, dishing out a collective 10 assists per game, while Babatu and Brett Stanley cleaned up on the boards. Two paced the Scots with a team-high 143 rebounds, averaging 6 rebounds a challenge. Key wins over Center, Millsaps, Sewanee, Rust, and Lane saw this sophomore deposit 54% of his shots from the field while tossing in 291 points, averaging 12.1 points per game in 24 challenges. The 1990-1991 season would lay the foundation of a collegiate program that would earn 18 NCAA tournament appearances over the next 23 seasons. Coach Lambert added an additional Wall of Famer in Kelvin Richardson to his 1990-91 squad. Babatu's junior campaign featured championships in the Emory and Henry Invitational, the Rhodes Classic, and the MC Invitational. Their overall record of 22-5 displayed wins over Emory, Methodist, Millsaps, Rhodes, and Sewanee. Team MVPs Tim Lawrence and Jesse Robinette provided the leadership. Kelvin Richardson paced MC in scoring, and newcomers Kenyon Lacey and Glenn Cullop excelled as role players, as Babatu was a consistent force in the paint for the Scots. He increased his rebound totals to 191, averaging 7.1 boards per game, pacing MC for the second consecutive season. Two's 54% shooting in the post and 12.3 points per game helped Maryville to their first NCAA postseason challenge, where they lost 76-73 to Washington University of St. Louis in the first round. Babatu's senior season in 1991-1992 can simply be summed up as the greatest basketball season in MC's storied history. The run-and-gun offense of Coach Lambert featured 11 100-point scoring efforts, averaging over 92 points per game throughout the season. Two threw down 30-point efforts against Ferrum and Lane, going 10 for 10 from the free throw line and depositing 10 field goals to defeat the Panthers. An 8-game win streak that featured 7 20-plus point efforts by the Scots big man pushed the Scots into the NCAA postseason for only the second time in school history. A 94-92 win over Ferrum, where Babatu dropped 18 points, and a 73-71 win over Illinois Wesleyan, where he contributed 18, sent Maryville to the NCAA Elite Eight, the furthest advancing team on any MC sport to date. Wisconsin-Platteville ended MC's dream season in overtime by the score of 87-83, with Babatu sinking 18 points. Fighting Scots basketball was now on the map. Their final record of 25-4 earned Maryville their highest national ranking within the NCAA Division III. They finished the season ranked number 6 in the nation. Babatu finished the season leading the team in field goal percentage and rebounds. This force in the paint contributed 17.4 points per game while hauling down 195 rebounds. Throughout his 3-year career in the Orange and Garnet, Babatu's teams went 64-16, winning 80% of the 80 career games in which he played. He shot 56% for his career from the floor while bringing down 529 career rebounds, averaging 6.6 boards per game. He was an unselfish teammate, dishing out 144 career assists while depositing 1,127 career points and averaging 14 points per game during his tenure. He ended up his 3-year career 21st on the MC all-time scoring list. Coach Lambert had this to say about his big man. Babatu was a pleasure to coach. He improved dramatically each year as a player. I wish I could say it was my coaching, but it had more to do with his motivation and work habits. He could be a jokester and a comedian off the court, but when it was time to play, you better get out of his way. His passion for the game and his drive to excel was as strong as anyone who has ever worn the Maryville College uniform.
Baba 1, Baba 2, Baba 3. That's one of my memories at Ferrum College, and they had one of their fans standing over at the sideline, basically behind me at the bench, and Baba 2's at the line, and they're yelling out his name, and he became a fan favorite everywhere we went. He was quite a target, but he enjoyed it, and I think it inspired his play. I loved coaching Babatu. He made coaching fun. He made every day a real pleasure to come to work and work with young people. Both of the Willingham brothers that I coached were exceptional young men. Their mom and dad had done a superior job in just teaching them how to behave and how to respond to discipline and how to take the game serious. Babatu, you definitely deserve this honor. I want to welcome you to this year's class, and maybe we can work on getting a few of your other teammates aboard.
Babatu graduated from Maryville in the spring of 1993, celebrating his 20-year reunion this fall. He presently resides in Atlanta, Georgia. He is a high school social studies department chair and U.S. history teacher at Mundy's Mill High School. He represents the school as their head girls basketball coach. He is the husband of Alicia Willingham, and they are the proud parents of 4 beautiful daughters: Inaya, Kelsey, Cree, and Cadence. He is the proud son of Miss Sandra Alls of Atlanta and Marvin and Janice Willingham of Richmond, Virginia. Tu is also proud of his 3 brothers, Gerald, Amaru, and Natambu, who share this accomplishment with him today. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the top post presents in the history of Maryville College basketball, 2013 Wall of Fame inductee, Babatu Willingham.